on your side. This is 12 About Town today.
Hello, I'm Candace Smith and welcome to 12 About Town today. As kids prepare for the last week of school, our parenting expert Sarah Bloom is joining us on set with a preview of some of summer's hottest toys. We've got all the details for you coming up. Plus, a local bakery is expanding its business, all while helping kids with developmental disabilities grow skills to live an independent life. It's definitely a touching story you won't want to miss. We'll get to all of those stories in just a moment, but first, let's take a look at your top headlines with Rachel DePompa.
All right, thanks, Candace. We start with breaking news in Prince George County. Police are investigating after two people were stabbed, one of them dying from their injuries. 67-year-old Ollie Langford is charged with murder and malicious wounding in the attack. Police were called to Oak Lawn Boulevard just before 10 last night, and when they arrived, they found a man and a woman both with stab wounds. Sadly, the man, 45-year-old Willie Walden Jr., died at the scene. The woman was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries, and right now Langford is being held at Riverside Regional. Also developing overnight, we're waiting to hear back from Richmond police on what led to a chaotic scene on O Street and North 26th Street in Churchill. Now you can see all three cars with significant damage here, one of them appearing to be in a yard. Right now, we know officers were called to the scene for reports of a stolen vehicle around 10:30 last night. 10 minutes later, a call came in about a shooting in the same location. We did speak to dispatchers who say a shooting did not take place, and we're working to get more information. We will let you know if any new details come in. Now at noon, Chesterfield police arrested a man Sunday afternoon accused of opening fire on someone, sending them to the hospital. Glenn Hardy is facing several charges, including malicious wounding. Police tell us the shooting happened around 2:45 in the afternoon in a Bon Air neighborhood not far from Huguenot Park. We're told the victim is expected to recover. So far, police have not said what led up to the shooting. And state police are investigating after a man was found dead near an interstate exit in Goochland. Police say around 2:30 Saturday morning, they found a car abandoned on the exit from Route 288 to I-64 West. The car was damaged from running off the road, but no one was inside or nearby, or so they thought. Police say they later found 27-year-old Devin Dickerson dead under thick brush near the exit. We're told there were no signs of trauma, and the chief medical examiner in Richmond is working to determine a cause of death here. And just into our newsroom, firefighters in Illinois are working right now to contain a massive fire at a chemical plant. Now, this is the scene in Rockton, Illinois, as crews battle the blaze that has completely engulfed the building. You can see the thick, heavy black smoke, and it was seen for miles as fire crews worked to get this fire under control. We don't know if anyone was inside the building or what caused this fire, but as soon as we get information, we will bring that to you. Moving now to our coronavirus coverage, there continues to be good news across the country when it comes to deaths and overall cases, which are down significantly. And while the COVID vaccination rate may be slowing, the push to get shots into arms is gaining momentum in the U.S. and abroad. Now, a new vaccine, the U.S.-based Novavax, may be coming onto the market just in time for booster shots later this year. Morgan Chesky has the latest from Dallas.
The U.S. vaccination rate may be starting to slow down, but the push to actually get more shots in arms is picking up steam, both here in the United States and abroad. Morgan Chesky, NBC News, Dallas.
Thanks, Morgan. The American Academy of Pediatrics has updated its interim guidance for kids returning to sports and physical activity. Listen up. Health experts encourage children 12 and older to get vaccinated as soon as possible and then follow the CDC recommendations for fully vaccinated people. The association says unvaccinated kids returning to sports should wear a face mask for all indoor sports activities unless it poses a safety risk. However, if they are outside, those who are not fully vaccinated are encouraged to wear a face mask while on the sidelines, or if playing a contact sport with 3 feet or less of distance. Happening today in Richmond, City Council will make a decision on whether or not the proposal to bring the One Casino and Resort to the city's south side will move forward. Mayor LeVar Stoney laid out the final plans for the casino after months of review, including various casino proposals for the River City. Stoney says the one casino would hire about 1,300 people and potentially bring more than $560 million worth of tax revenue into the city over the next decade. Now, the council is set to vote on the proposal at tonight's meeting, which starts at 6 p.m. and we will be there and we will be sure to let you know what council decides. And we'll all be watching today as the University of Virginia plays an elimination game for a spot in the College World Series. Now, the team took on Dallas Baptist for Game 2 after losing in Game 1 Saturday. The game was scoreless through 8 innings yesterday. Wahoo's pitcher Griff McGarry had the game of his life, going 7 innings with 10 strikeouts while only giving up 2 hits. Then in the bottom of the 8th, UVA gets on board with 4 runs and the Cavs go on to shut out Dallas Baptist in Game 2. The final score, 4-0. And now UVA will play the decisive Game 3 in just over half an hour at 1 p.m.
Accurate, reliable, breaking weather specialists. This is NBC 12 First Alert Weather.
Good afternoon to you. We're watching a tropical depression. This is Tropical Depression 2. We had one before the season started. This one is actually really close by. You know, it's not very far from Richmond to get to the center of that storm.
Thanks, Andrew. That's a look at your headlines and the forecast. Candace Smith is back with more 12 About Town today after the break.
All right, guys, welcome back to 12 About Town today. School is almost out, and if you're looking for a way maybe to reward those kids, those students, it's been a rough year. We've got our Sarah Bloom here with us today with the hottest toys of the summer. So, Sarah, what you got for us?
Yeah, it's been a year, hasn't it? Like a lot of things parents are handling, whether it's work from home, the kids at home, whatever it is. So if you're looking for some things either to reward the kids as the summer's starting or just maybe keep them busy because they're not in school again,
right.
This organization, TTPM, reviews toys. They look for ones that are budget friendly and also a lot of fun. So this is the list they gave me. If you have the younger kids, there's this Fisher-Price toy, and it's this dog puppy type thing, and it's supposed to grow with your kids up to 36 months. So it starts with like some very basic things, and it works up to singing ABCs or even doing a dance party. So can you hear it on my microphone?
Yeah.
Clap your hands.
All right, so the
Yeah.
kids clap their hands, dance along with it. Maybe you can even get mom and dad in on the action, depending on how much coffee you've had, right?
Right.
There's this big trend, Candace, you might know about this unboxing trend. And so we already got into these toys to play with them a little bit and see how they worked, but like this VIP, I Love VIP Pets toy would come like this. And then the child would actually be able to tear that off, see what puppy he or she got, and honestly, it was a little work getting it open, and this is one you might want to do outside or the bathtub. The surprise for me was this came with shampoo in it. So it was a little slippery and wet.
Oh, wow.
And so it's good sensory play, right? But
Okay.
don't be surprised by that one. But so you get surprised by what puppy you get, and then it comes with all these little accessories that are also a surprise. Probably something that would keep a young kid busy for a while.
Welcome back, everyone. Tablespoon's Bakery, a local shop here in Richmond, is expanding its operations to include its first real bakery. It's all aimed at helping young adults with developmental disabilities. Emily Harrison has the details.
Well, it's taken a long time to get here, but Tablespoon's Bakery is on the verge of opening, where they're going to be selling cookies just like this to help some pretty amazing adults.
Come to Tablespoons and try our cookies. I promise you won't regret it.
On your side in Richmond, I'm Emily Harrison, NBC 12.
All right, thanks, Emily. Father's Day is Sunday, and the annual question of what to get dad is on many minds once again. If the pandemic has showed us anything, it's family time means more than any gift, and it's not always about the money you spend, but the thought that counts. Dan Shanneman has more.
Go over here.
After being housebound for much of the last year, people rediscovered what was important to them. As Father's Day approaches, family time remains #1 on the wish list.
Thanks, Dan. If you're looking for more ideas for the special father in your life, Rachel DePompa will join us on set Wednesday with some tips and ideas you won't want to miss. We're back with more 12 About Town today after the break.